Hey Ringside crew. Welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans. And yes, this is the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. Joe Panther III. And I have an awesome guest right here in the studio with me. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside Podcast to Miss O'Reilly. Welcome, Izzy. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside. Can you hear me?
Hi,
Can you hear
nice
me?
to see you.
Welcome. If my internationally known audience is not familiar with the league,
I'm not hearing you very well now.
you can't hear me? Why is it not all of a sudden that you can't hear me?
A little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you right now.
I don't know why. Can you? So Izzy, introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
So hi, I'm Izzy O'Reilly. I'm a local wrestler in Denver, Colorado. I've been wrestling now for about a year, coming up in January, and I've been training since I was 9 years old.
Wow, 9 years old. So who trained you?
I was trained primarily, so the promotion I work for, Rocky Mountain Pro, they also have a school attached to it, and I've been trained by Mercury Yaden and Curtis Cole primarily when I was doing the juniors class. Nowadays, they have like a whole bunch of different coaches. I know sometimes we have D'Lo Brown who will like come in and run a training because he's an executive producer on our show. So I've been trained a little bit by D'Lo Brown before, still Mercury Yaden, Caden Koyama, quite a few different people.
Awesome. So when it comes to being trained, like how long did it take you to find the school?
So my dad actually found the school. Like I said, I've been training there since I was like 9. And they did a juniors class when I was little, and it's been my dream to be a wrestler since I was like 7. So when I started training, like that was like really cool. And then I stopped training from the age of 14 to about 18 because I have lupus and I was not cleared to wrestle for quite a few years. So my dad found this school, and my dad is also like, my dad was an indie wrestler back in like the early 2000s, and he's been like friends with my coach for a while.
Oh, wow. Wow. And I'm sorry to hear that you have lupus. That's sad. Like most, like if you want to touch on that, like is it hard to be a wrestler with like lupus and stuff like that?
I mean, the hardest part was like getting back to being like cleared to wrestle, because I'm currently in remission. Lupus doesn't really have a cure, but you can get into remission with it daily life anymore like it used to. But like when I do have a flare up, I would probably not be able to wrestle until the flare up is like over with, which could take a while, give or take.
Yeah, that sounds like it's rough, but when it comes to like when you finally got the green light to be a wrestler, did you have your gear ready, or did you just go in whatever whatever you trained in?
When I got the green light to wrestle again, it was mostly like I trained probably again for like a year until I made my debut. And so I didn't have ring gear ready until like I made my debut. But like as like the time has gone on and I've like gotten more stuff ready, and like I've thought more about like what I want to dress in, I've learned more about like who designs clothes where you could get, definitely evolved from my first set, which my first set of rig gear was like stuff I pieced together from like Hot Topic and Amazon. But like it has been just like a ride, like getting the green light. Like the only thing I felt when I got the green light was like excitement and nerve, because like part of me wanted to like push it away because I was so scared to like fail. But now that like I'm in the thick of it, I'm like getting all this inspiration and doing way more with what I got.
Do you remember who your first match was? or first practice match was against?
My first match was I think it was January 17th of this year, and it was against a wrestler named Paradise, which she's really nice and she's a great person to work with. But it was my first match. That was like crazy for me because I was like terrified, but then like I got out there and like you feel nothing like that feeling of being out there wrestling in front of people. Like you just can't get enough.
Wow. Most people in their first match, they're shitting bricks. Like, oh my gosh. Like, let's go a little further in. Who made your gear? Now the green gear.
I was near tears. Like I cried like I got back after my back.
Oh wow. So who made your gear? The green gear you wear currently? Izzy, can you hear me?
So currently I've been getting my gear from this. Yeah, I could hear you. I'm
Okay.
currently getting my gear from this place. It's an online store called Coquetry Clothing, and it's really cost effective because I don't have a lot of money. But so basically on the website they have like a bunch of templates and stuff for like, they have like knee pad cover templates and like different types of tops and bottoms. And that's where I've been getting my ring gear now that I'm like getting like actual sets.
Oh wow. So where did you get this Izzy character from? Is it something that you thought of? Something that one of your coaches helped you build up? Where did it come from?
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so for my character, like currently, I'd largely describe it as just like an extension of myself. Because a large part, like I mentioned to you earlier, can you hear me still?
Yeah, I hear you. Keep going. Keep going. You're good. Keep going. I can hear you. You're good. You, you were freezing, but I can still hear you.
Okay, cool. Sorry. So, continuing. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
So, my character is largely kind of like it is just like me pumped up a little bit because a large part of like I think my wrestling journey right now has been really like and like my personal journey of being like homeschooled, not really like knowing anybody or talking to anybody. So a lot of it has just been like discovering who Izzy O'Reilly is. That's like how I describe my character. It's like a person discovering themselves and trying to enjoy, live her dream to the fullest.
Awesome. You had a recent match with a former Dudes at Rings garbage, trashy. I know we're about to talk about it, so don't get overexcited. Trashy, sorry, I have a little trashy on my desk. He gets a little amped when I start talking about his mom. So how what went into that match with such a interesting character that you had to face? What kind of training did you have to do to deal with a wrestler like her?
A lot of it has been building tolerance to strong smells because when you wrestle someone like her, it does just like it gets nasty. very quickly because sticking her wet finger in your ear, tolerance, and also like kind of like realizing that, she does all this gross stuff, right? But like in my experience lately with her, she has actually been pretty nice. She's like definitely a little strange, but I actually have grown to like really like Pumpkin in a weird way.
Mm. So would you say that if they asked you to be in a tag team with Pumpkin, like go for like a tag team championships, she would be the one you choose? Do you think maybe you'd be like a weird duo like Batman and Joker become a tag team like in a fight? You would choose Pumpkin over anybody else, or you're not at that level yet where you don't really trust her?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I think there would definitely need to be a lot of trust building between the two of us, but I wouldn't say no, I would just it might take a while to get used to, and I'd have to learn how to tolerate the smells for even longer periods of
Stinky
time.
smells. Yeah, she also put her armpit in your face. Did you have that taste of onions in your mouth for like 3 days? Because I can imagine, never had that happen to me. So thank God. But like, did you taste onion rings for like 3 days? I can imagine you probably did.
Yeah, I brushed my teeth, like, every hour on the outside. It was bad.
Oof. Uh, like, I guess you saw the bloomin' onion or like onion bag of onion rings. You were like, no, I gotta go. I guess you probably didn't want to see onion rings for like a day or two. So I
Yeah, it's
got
like, that, uh,
you guys go to the
I'll
Outback
go eat somewhere
Steakhouse.
else.
You guys go to the Outback Steakhouse, and like your dad's like, parents like, oh, we're gonna get blooming onions. No, you're not. No, we're not. I don't want a blooming onion today. um, so I'm gonna hit you with a
Like,
new
no, no,
question.
no, no, no. I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
yeah. I'm a vegan. I don't eat restaurant steak. What are you talking about? I'm out. I'm gonna hit you with a question that is new to my list by a young fan that's an artist. She told me to add some new flair to the Dudes at Ringside questions. So I'm gonna give you a would you rather Dudes at Ringside exclusive for the end of 2025, the season 4 listing of questions. Would you rather have to sit in an elevator with Trashy and Pumpkin, or have a chance to sit and talk to like an old wrestler about about the questions, about like questions that were within their career?
Sorry, I didn't really
Oh,
you
oh
had
yeah.
a lot of interference there. Can you repeat
I said
the
I was
question?
like, would you rather have to share a car with Pumpkin and Trashy, and the car is Pumpkin's car, which it probably going to have a lot of stuff and garbage everywhere in the car because Trashy gets the passenger seat? Or would you rather have to
Mhm.
make Pumpkin wear one of your outfits and switch up for the match? Or you have to wear her outfit and she has to wear your outfit? Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said, Izzy? Izzy, did you hear what I said? Well, I don't think you heard me, Izzy's, but
What about
this is... Oh, no. Did you hear me? I think you froze. Did you catch what I said, Izzy? All right. I'm going to say this, but Izzy, if you have if anybody has...
No, you keep freezing up and the audio keeps glitching really bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Before we go, if there's anywhere my fans could follow you on social media, how can they follow you? Did you hear what I said?
I have multiple different platforms on my social medias. I have an Instagram, I have a TikTok, I have a YouTube channel for the name Izzy O'Reilly or Izzy O'Reilly _wrestler. And you can follow me on any of those. You could also watch me wrestle regularly on Rocky Mountain Pro, which there's a YouTube channel, and we have a great show. Personally, like we just did this pay-per-view called No Thanksgiving, and we the first of its kind, like 2K awesome. So I would recommend, like, if you want to follow my career and you want to follow like Colorado indie wrestling, I would recommend you go check out Rocky Mountain Pro. And also, before I go, I have my last show of the year coming up. I am going to be wrestling in the Omega 9 tournament at Primo's. It's at the Roxy Theater on the 14th. So I hope to see some of you there.
Awesome. Thank you. Izzy, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. So much. Sorry for all the glitches and the technical difficulties going live. Don't know what's that all about. And I think StreamYard's hitting their bad stride. Hopefully you guys improve that, because doing live for me for this podcast is very, very important. And I'm so glad to have you on before the end of the 2025, the 4th year of Dudes at Ringside. Izzy, thank you. Please tell your wrestling friends. And a Pumpkin, if you're watching this, your garbage friend says hi, and he ate another pop. Ugh, they're expensive. Thank you so much. If you could want to follow Dudes at Ringside, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and
yeah, you gotta watch out for Trashy Man.
Yeah, he's trying to eat my other hat. Stop it. I'm Joe Panther the Third, and your turn. And this is Izzy O'Reilly, and we will catch you. Yes, that's Izzy, and we will catch you in the next one.